Is it recording? Are we on? Action, baby. That's right. We're talking to the camera guy. Borrowed one here from Funtown because we are at the 2025 DFW RV party, and we have got an awesome front bunk dual bath with a loft fifth wheel for you. This is the 2025 Chaparral 375BAF. I mean, look at where we are recording. The home of the Cowboys, baby. How freaking crazy is that? And I'm here a couple days early, getting a couple videos done, but March 13th through the 16th, hope to see you guys here. But let's go ahead inside and check out this camper. Again, it's the 2025 Chaparral 375BAF, and I'm gonna put all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, all that good stuff. But first, let's go ahead, do a little bit of a dance here and check out this living room because we're gonna start off. All right, sorry about the break in the action. We were actually cracking up about that, debating whether to keep it, but you know what? Let it roll. We're all dorks in this world anyway. So this is the front bunk, which, you know, I'll get out of the way so you kind of got a good little view of it. If you are somebody that has kids, I mean, we have 4 kids at home. This would be perfect for it. You got, you know, the bottom bunk right here. And what's cool about this one is it actually has 2 little pull-out drawers. I do wish they were a little bit deeper, but, you know, any type of space for boxers, socks, you know, kind of the works there. So you got the double twin, but then you're also going to get the teddy bear mattress. And the cool thing about this is the bottom one is going to be kind of a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more squishy area. But they went away from the actual traditional bunk, and they have washer and dryer prep. So maybe you don't have the 4 kids and you want to make this the washer and dryer. I could also totally see someone doing a little DIY for like a desk setup, office, whatever it is, because you do have a full bath. And also notice too, I'm 6 feet tall. And even with the AC, how it comes down a little bit from the ceiling, I still have enough head height to get in this. So even though this is a mid-profile unit, you know, just having that head height there is pretty darn nice, because typically this is a bedroom with a closet. That's just, you know, something to point out. Maybe your kids are giants. Like we got a 16-year-old who's like 6'1" right now, thinks he can take dad, but I show him the old bowling guns and he backs down, you know? So right here, you got yourself the shower. And what's nice about it, if you come on into here a little bit, show off these beautiful legs of mine, it has a tub, you know, which is really nice. We have a 3-year-old, so being able to have a little bit extra water in there. You know, she's playing Barbies, doing the Crayola, but also, you know, again, back to like a bigger teenager or maybe that second set of guests that comes with you. You know, you have a shower that fits an adult that's probably about 6'4" the whole way, because the sunroof goes all the way across, which is pretty nice. Now, the toilet is going to be porcelain, which, babe, if you're watching, I love you. And as long as you are okay with doing your thing, with an arm up right here, you have just enough space. You know, 6 foot, 300 pounds. I'm not exactly a small guy. You can see if I lean all the way back, scrunched up a little bit, but leaning just a little forward with the arm right there, perfectly comfortable. You're also going to see, you're not going to see because you have to close the door to open that. I don't like that part, but see if we can sneak a little bit of that. You know what? We're moving on. Right here, you're going to have a little bit of a medicine cabinet there into the bathroom. And we've already showed off the old bowling gun, but we'll do it again, baby. So let's head back into the living room. And while we're heading down too, this is going to be where you control, you know, your heat and your AC for the front end. This is going to be more for the living room. And then if you point up right above your head right here, if you're not familiar with it, where you see that little blue tape, that's going to be for 4G LTE Wi-Fi. So you can call like, you know, Gateway, get that thing installed and hit up like AT&T or Verizon, and you are ready to rock. But you have the bedroom there in the back with a loft above. Great place for some extra storage. Or again, if you got a ton of kids, it would be a good place. But you're going to get dual opposing slides. So right over here, you have kind of your cooking and entertainment. And then over here on the other side, you have the, you know, the seating and eating slides. So you're going to have your desk, or not your desk, it's a 4-seater dinette. As you can see, we have good taste here down at the RV party. We got colorful plates. We got some luminaire and, you know, some forks and silverware. But I mean, look at the size of these windows. And the nice thing is too, is the side windows do open up for a nice breeze, but you're also going to have the theater seating too, which manual, you pull right here, you pop it open, and then you give a little push, and you notice how it lays down pretty darn nice and flat. Perfect place to be a snoozer. I actually prefer to sleep in these than I would be a pull-out sofa. Let's do a little leg push. I'll also notice no carpet in the slide too, which is nice. It's got kind of that, I think it's like a deck material for boats, I believe. It's like a vinyl woven material, but pretty darn nice. Emergency exits, pull, push, and plop. Slide height sitting at around 6'1". The flooring on this thing is pretty neutral. And then if we swing around, if you want to head over on that side looking this way, let's show this right here. You have yourself a little bit of a pull-out sofa. So all you're going to do, is pick up and pull out. You got the trifold. It's going to make probably about a double-sized bed. And then you also have a little bit of storage here up above as well. You also have the black inserts, black glass inserts, which are nice. Actually, if you want to get a little closer view here, show the people the space they're working with. Copper tab, magnetic latch. It's a work in progress doing videos with people. I was cracking up because in the last video, we showed off the copper tab, and while I was pointing here, he was walking there. And then when he was walking here, I was walking there. It's always fun. So right here, you got back to your entertainment and, your cooking slide. So you can see you got a pretty good sized TV. It's also going to be on a swivel, so you can optimize the view, whether you're in the recliner or the sofa. You also have a JBL speaker, which is rumored to be able to pull out and, take that outside with you. But that's going to have, some good sound quality to it. And then you have a 36-inch Greystone fireplace to keep you nice in a roasty and a toasty. It puts out 5,100 BTUs of heat, which in an RV this size, it'll heat the entirety of this room, which is really nice. An island with the, the center-facing bowl. And if you look down in here, this is going to be the stainless steel undermounted bowl, which is always nice. And then you also have the high-rise faucet, hitting those dishes from all angles. And I like how the cutting board, let's give you a good little, is the same material as the countertops, which I think is pretty nice, not only for aesthetics, but it's also, that solid surface. So for a cutting board, I'd imagine that would be, pretty darn pinkies up there for you. Perfect place to put your, little lemons. Swing around over here, and we'll show off these 4 pull-out drawers right there. In my household, this would be nothing but like silverware and then 3 sets of junk drawers. And then you also have little access to your plumbing, and a good place maybe to put like a little trash can or all your I don't know, cleaning supplies, I guess. Now if we swing around, it's the best angle to do it from, you think? Yeah, look at that. You hear that? He said perfect. I don't know if you could hear it. He's not mic up. He said this is a perfect placement. Sir. Yes, sir. Perfect. Perfection, baby. Freezer on the left, refrigerator on the right. I mean, if you're a family like my own, packing away 6 kids worth of food, it's probably not a week's worth of food, but it's probably a long weekend's worth for sure. So I think that's going to be just perfect for camping. And if you're using this a little bit more heavy than that, heck, you got that loft up there, which you can, maybe use for your dry storage and figure out a little DIY situation for that. 3 stovetop burner to whip up all the fixings. And you also have, an oven that is going to be big enough for like some cookies or a pizza or something like that. But let's go ahead and leave that for the next person. That's awesome. Microwave, residential size. And if come on in here. I don't know if you've ever seen my videos too much, but zoom in right there, because that's the only part of a microwave that matters. The old potato mode. Oh yeah.
That was good.
Oh yeah.
The only button you need.
Only button. It's the only button. If you're not baking potatoes in a microwave, who are you? Right here, you got the little J hooks, which are nice. Not only would it be perfect for like little Christmas spirit, but it also is pretty good for your coffee mugs. And then a paper towel rack. Another place for all your lemonades, outlet, more solid surface countertops. And then a lot of good storage, down here. So it's perfect for your North Face bag. You also have your breaker box. So, if something isn't working or if you need to shut something off with a quickness, you can. But also, where'd that come from?
It's mine.
Oh. I was sitting there and I was just like, oh no, have I been talking to myself? All right, give them a good little view here of the loft. Pretty darn large loft. I like that. I mean, who doesn't like that? Again, grandkids storage. I imagine too, like you could like shut it down for fall and pack away, all your fall stuff and then unpack all your spring stuff, kind of get it ready. It's kind of a nice little for a seasonal set. And then take like 15 steps back here and let's show off this bad boy. Because we forgot to show off the fancy light, which is one of the coolest things. Now, Chaparral is doing this. Brookstone is doing this lighting structure. And then if you guys are shopping, Chaparral and Phoenix are going to be sister products. So pretty darn nice. Now, we head back into the bedroom here. And as you can see, just from me walking around, I'm not a tiny guy by any means, but you got a really nice sized bed. What do you think? It looks like a queen, maybe a camper king even.
About a queen.
Yeah, queen bed. So you lift it up right here, and you got yourself some pretty darn good storage. Also notice it's going to be hands-free on the strut system too, which is nice. You don't have to worry about it, you know, bonking down. And then, oh, the luxuries. You have some Dracula shades, stop the old skin from sizzling. This window does open up for a nice breeze. And now that I'm under here, you have outlets on both sides, USBs and universal Cs, plus a little bit of overhead storage. All right. Now, here into the bathroom. You got a big old shower. I'm not going to stand in this one because they got quite a bit of antifreeze and some sawdust going on that from, I'm sure, just traveling, cleaning, different shows and whatnot. But the Tri-Glide Glass series, you can tell you have the head height to not worry about it. I mean, Shaq could take a shower in this thing. You are good to go. And then if you get that little fan right there, you got the old Steamer Stink Sucker 3000 to keep all the steamer stink out of the camper, you know what I'm saying? And then you also are going to get plenty of storage, you know, right here. And then as I kind of get out of your way, I mean, that just keeps kind of going. Got the bowling gun, baby. Let's go. Porcelain foot flush throne, more storage here up underneath, and then the dual sinks too, which is nice. And then right here too is going to be your gas water heater. So it's going to be your on-demand hot water heater by Furrion. So it's going to be a good little system for you. Get you a little extra oomph, a little bit extra quickness. It's going to make me weirder being on camera. Yeah. I can tell you that. It's all right. People will get to know the real me, I suppose. We got the control panel. And then you got your tank heaters too, which if you're not familiar with the tank heater, it's basically a 12-volt pad that sticks onto the bottom of your tank. We can head outside. But again, it's the 2025 Chaparral 375BAF. I don't think I know what BAF stands for. What do you think? Yeah, we're both shaking our head. We don't know. Very awesome. I don't even know where I was going with that. Go underneath the unit here, and it's all going to be heated and enclosed for you. And that's where those 12-volt tank heaters will go up above that bottom enclosure and again kind of heat it up. Now this is going to be part of the 3-camera safety system. So anytime you see this little like device right there, you'll probably have one on the back too. So it'll be front left, front right, and then here. You can also see they're using a very large awning on this model. It has LED lights running up underneath. It's also going to be part of the Solera 3000 series. So it'll run off of 12-volt power. So whether that is your solar device, you know, your batteries, like people that buy like a lithium battery and upgrade it into that, they do a really good job of long-lasting power for that. But if you ever lose your power at the campground, you can always close that awning back up, which I think is really important. It's something you never think of until you really need to think of it. Right into here is going to be your propane. On the other side, there will be another propane bottle as well, so 2 20-pounders. And then the pass-through storage, you know, pretty self-explanatory there, but it shows off that aluminum frame construction. You got a couple outlets. You're also going to get a maintenance hatch. You're probably not going to go there, but having that cutout will save some of the time when if you ever have to do some maintenance, they'll be able to get in and get out a little bit easier for you. A black tank flush. If you're not familiar with that, it's basically a sprinkler system for your poop tank. And then right above that is going to be some outlets for a TV. 25 mile per hour wind friction door too, so it won't go slam and shut on you with a screen. You also have the Lippert solid steps. Now this is actually going to be an upgraded version. A lot of brands will have the solid steps, but the nice thing about this is for the bigger people out there in the world, this thing holds 500 pounds. So I mean, you can really, beat the heck out of it. Just a really sturdy step, and most people won't show you that on the lot because they don't really care. They're not bigger guys, you know. JBL speakers, so you can get a bump in inside and outside, a couple outlets, and then not too much to go over. But you're also going to get dual axles, and then I'll take that from you real quick. You get the dual axle, but you're also going to get the upgraded Road Armor suspension there too as well, which is pretty nice. So a little bit of a smoother ride for you. Now coming around the back, Gatorade.
Sponsor.
Yeah, it's an unofficial sponsor, but Gatorade, if you're watching, I'd love to be the official RV reviewer of Gatorade. Now you got a bumper, a 2-inch receiver, so that's going to have a 300-pound hitch rating. So think about, bicycles, storage totes, maybe a rack, kayaks, things of that nature. And then you're also going to get a ladder to get on top of your fully walkable roof with a 200-pound weight capacity. Now I know things are getting a little bit tight here, but see if you can go up. Now there's that little black box in the middle of the camper. That's going to be your prepping for your backup camera. So you have the two sides, and the backup. And then we'll do a little bit of this before we get off into the weeds, because this is a really important section to show you. Oftentimes they're in the front of the camper, but I like how this is dispositioned in the back because it kind of keeps it away from the hustle and bustle of daily life. But you're going to have your docking station. So you have your different bypass valves. This is going to be hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower, your water pumps, your satellite and cable controls. But you also have, your city water, your potable water, and then a secondary black tank flush as well, which is pretty cool. Plus, right here, this is where you can feed the black tank flush down or your hose, and then it actually pops out on the other side, so you can kind of keep things a little organized without having to, open and close this. Which this is also going to be a slam latch door too, and it had the magnetic clips, which I think is nice. Instead of having those cheaper plastic ones, you can't break a magnet. I mean, I guess you could, but I remember when we were kids, we used to always strip the the scissors and turn them into magnets. So I don't think you're breaking them by any means. I think it's getting off into the weeds there, but you got your sewer connection right there as well. But all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Again, let's do this out here, over to this side. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Again, this is the 2025 Chaparral 375BAF. My name is Hunter. Have a great day. See ya. Meow, 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 meow.